It is the first day of May, and yes, it is a little bit of mayhem around here, but I'm excited because I can't wait for you to hear a story of my good friend, Freddy Elias. He's going to jump on here, and I see him out there right now, Zing Fit, Mr. Freddy Elias himself. I cannot wait for him to just share a little bit about his testimony. You know, we have been helping you with biohacking your body. So he's going to share some different tips with you of what he's done, transformations, and is a partner of mine through Zingular. So it'll take just a second for him to join on with us. And I think there's another guest too. Hey, Freddie, how's it going?
Hey, how are you, Melissa?
Fantastic.
Awesome. Great to be on here with you, and congrats on your award.
Thank you so much. I am so blessed. I also feel like I had a fantastic April. How was your April, Freddie?
Super great, April. Things are popping right now. More sponsoring, more results. I think we got a lot of good things happening.
100%. So, why don't you kind of tell our audience a little bit about yourself? Like, how do we know each other? And I know I've done an interview with you in the past, so some of my followers might remember that, some may not. But why, we have like this whole new season, and we're Zingular 2.0. But talk to me a little bit about like how do we know each other? Like, what do you do for a living? What did you do when you first started this crazy ride a few years ago?
Well, um, it's been 15 years, and I had a construction company. I had four full-time employees, and we did different facets of construction. And I was just in the worst shape of my life. And I went from really fit at a high level to really fat at a high level. And I'll just say that. And so a buddy of mine called me on the program and said he lost 12 pounds and 2 inches of his waist in 8 days. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. I'm getting a lot of feedback, but that's okay. So anyway, and I said, "How did you do it?" And he said, "Singular," and he said it's a wellness system with weight loss built in. And obviously now we have amazing products for gut health. And but I said, "Tell me more about it," and he did. And so started on the program January of 2010. So it's been 15 years over that. In 8 days, I lost 11 pounds, 2 inches of my waist. I went on to lose 36 in 3 months. I lost 50 in 5 months. And then I started working out again, and I'm down 60 total. And I went from a 44 to a 32 waist and really got in great shape. And I was just dealing with a lot of like health stuff that I don't have now. And so that's how I began. And, we know each other because you're amazing and I'm amazing. But we just, we've built this company together and we've changed a lot of lives. Listen, here's what I want to say. It is all about making a difference for people, and that's in different ways, right? So it's been life changing for me in different ways, financially, obviously with my health and the way I feel about myself, and that's kind of what we do for people.
I think that's a fantastic. I'm so glad you mentioned that because tonight we have a Zingular like kickoff for May. And that's going to be at 6 o'clock. And it is, if you're a Zingular partner, you need to tune in. It's going to be great. But one thing that I was actually wanting to touch on, and I'm so glad you said that, is, I feel like in this Zingular 2.0, it's the mindset of what I call a champion. Okay. And we are working on this collaborative movement. And you and I have seen it because, we have helped a lot of people through phone calls, through, personal contact and things like that. Well, it's a different day and age. And so with our collaborative movement, I feel like each person in the organization, each person that's not in the organization yet, but it's going to be, that each person has something to share, something to bring. And when we share in a vision of bringing health and bringing prosperity to the world, like imagine where we can go, right? And we don't operate necessarily in fear because we may have different ideas or different ways we do things, but we all come together collaboratively. What can we do?
Well, big things, it's all about unity and growing, and there everybody brings something different to the table, and I think to say with Sarah B. She's very creative, and and Oliver, he's moving fast, and but we have great leadership in the field, and so we're definitely moving quick and fast, and we're making a difference, and we're putting a stamp on it. But I think ultimately the bottom line is that we bring people along with us, and we are affecting their life. I always tell people, be intentional about making a difference for people, and even when you post, think about it. And I'm not that social media guy. I'm like working towards that. I built most of my business talking to people and sharing stories, and that's how I built my business. And I've made a lot of money. I mean, it took me 60 years. I made a six-figure income with my construction business, but it would
Yeah.
okay.
Hmm.
So it took me 6 years to make what I've made in 15.
Yeah.
And but again, I wasn't really impacting people in the construction business, but I've impacted a lot of people. So yeah, we've got a lot of great people, and we're growing. And I think my message would be to say is for people out there that are looking to get healthier, to look younger, to feel better, right? To be vibrant, and to have a different lifestyle and a different life financially, then they need to come along with us, if that makes sense. And they
Yep.
just got,
Uh-huh.
my thing is people were skeptical about a lot of things, but they got to be open and trust and then go after it. Does that make sense?
Yes, it really does. So, we let's be real for a little bit. Life isn't always roses, and we've all kind of been through stuff. No matter what, and the viewers and people that are watching, they're probably going through some stuff right now. And I mean, it could be something like with a health challenge or a family thing, or um. So, do you have any advice of like what to do when you get in a funk?
Well, I'm going to say this, and this is one of my most number one things, because we all have stuff, and you got to admit, in the world we live in, it is fast paced, and there's so much change, but there's like so much uncertainty and stress. So I'll say this. This is my message. Okay, we must slow down, slow our brains down. And I'm a faith-based person, and so doesn't mean everybody has to go that direction. But God is important to me, and that is the number one piece in my life. Okay, because I've had ups and downs, just like everybody else. And the other thing is that we must be working on ourselves every day. It's a huge thing. Rob, I was really appreciative, but I hosted Rob in a room at the top Monday. And
Yeah.
I said, if I'm joining you right now and I'm ready to go and build a business with you, give me some steps. And she said, my number one step is people need to work on their mindset. And it's really crazy because your mind can take you down rabbit holes like so fast every day, on and off. So they must be working on this, filling their mind, filling their heart, right? And this is one thing I would say. We have a great community and
Yes, we do.
a great culture of people. It's like a family atmosphere. And
Yep.
we stick together and we support each other. And I think people struggle with good communities. You know what I mean? Because a lot of the people out there, they're working a job corporate world. You work the corporate world, and a lot of it's dog eat dog, and they're looking for a community that can uplift them. So we pretty much have all of those things, but you've got to get your mind right and manifest great things in your life, because otherwise, our believe it or not, our brains are set up um, really just for survival. But all the negative thoughts and process that we think about daily, and we people live in fear. We must live in faith
Yep.
and be strong.
Hmm.
And but it's a process, takes time. It's a compound effect. So you can't do it just today and then go off in another rabbit hole tomorrow. It's a process.
Yeah.
So that's my
All
advice.
right. Well, so just trust the process. Live in
100%.
faith, not fear. I love it. So, is there? I know that you and I have gotten a chance to work together for years. We have new people coming in, new people joining. Is there anything you would want to say to anyone that's maybe just kind of checking this out and kind of like, okay, is this a good fit for me?
Yeah, I think they need to number one, talk and find out more about what it's about and who they're going to be working with. Um, but bottom line is, look, we do everything right, and good fit is I'd say, what is your life like? Why are you checking it out? Tell me about you. What do you want your life to be like? And if you want to be healthier, feel better, be really working on yourself as far as your health and being vibrant, I think that's a good fit for anybody,
Yeah.
right? And then
Yep.
if you want to create more lifestyle, more income in your household, and really go after it like you and I have, and create freedom. Time goes by fast. You know that when we met, your kids were just little, and
Yeah. four
you know
years
what I
old.
mean?
Zachary was four, 7 years ago.
Okay, and it goes fast. But this is a blessing. You've got to be present, a great, amazing provider for your children. You
Yep.
haven't missed a beat.
Yep.
And that's why people need to look and trust and go for it and be committed and be serious. And a lot of times I'd say people, they don't believe they can have a better life. They get in this major rut, but we're here to help them, pull them out of that rut and to show them a better way. And my whole thing is, my mantra is faith, family, health, and to inspire people to see a bigger life. But they've
Yep.
got to be willing to come along for the ride.
100%. So, well, I love it, Freddie. Well, I appreciate you jumping on here and
Thank
being
you.
part of this. I'm going to be doing interviews, you guys, every week. So be looking for these stories because the stories and where people have come from matter. But also, we want more stories. We need your story. So come along and join us.
Thank you, Melissa. I appreciate you.
Thanks, Freddie. Talk to you soon.
Okay, bye bye.
Bye. All right, guys. So you heard it from Freddie, construction worker, owner of his own business, like 60 plus hours a week, decided to take a look at this health and wellness crazy online, or now it's online, but network marketing business, and now a multi seven figure earner. Pretty exciting. But more than that, I loved what he had to say about faith over fear and what we're doing to help pour into people and help change people's lives. I don't really know any other business opportunity that really thinks like that or thinks, the truth is you rise by lifting others. So thanks, Freddie. By the way, too, Freddie's done fantastic on the wellness side. You guys go follow him. Um, Zing It is what his thing is called, but he also has done some different plank challenges and stuff. He, before Zingular, when he back was healthy, and he said he was fit, he was actually, I believe, in Mr. Universe. So pretty exciting. All right, you guys have a fantastic day, and I can't wait to talk to you all soon. Bye.